Hello and welcome to Acoustic Review. My name is Ben Morgan-Brown and today I'm looking at the TWP-OMSE from Tanglewood by Pratley. A new venture for 2024, this guitar is a collaboration between British company Tanglewood Guitars and an Australian builder, Martin Pratley. Built in Queensland, Australia, this guitar features solid Australian blackwood top, back and sides with a premium satin nitro finish and is braced with a Pratley dipole bracing pattern. The Queensland maple silkwood neck is topped with a Johnston River Teak fingerboard with a 25.5 inch scale length and a 44mm wide Graph-Tech nut, and features a heelless neck pocket with a floating fingerboard extension. With a Fishman Presus 2 pickup and a hard gig bag included, the TWP-OMSE has an RRP of £2,199. So let's have another listen to the guitar now, and then please join me afterwards for my thoughts. This guitar is so new to the market that even I didn't know what it was when I first opened the box. The headstock shape immediately let on that it was something of a departure from Tanglewood, and of course the by Pratley logo gave it away as well. But the really intriguing part was reading Made in Australia in the Soundhole logo. Once I'd got over the shock of the new, I could take the guitar in and really appreciate the beautiful Australian blackwood top, back and sides, all of which have some lovely figuring and colour. There's no binding and the simple wooden rosette suits the earthy tones of the blackwood chosen. It's a simple but attractive looking guitar. The build quality is very, very good. I went over the entire guitar with a fine-toothed comb, and the only slight fault I could find was the bridge pins felt a little bit rough. A minor niggle hardly worth mentioning, apart from to highlight how good the rest of the guitar is. The other fault I could name is that I feel the included hard soft case is not really comparable to the quality of the rest of the guitar. It feels a bit cheap, and I'd certainly be looking for a better option if this was my instrument. Tone-wise, I would definitely place this guitar at the more modern end of the spectrum, which to my ear tends to favour a cleaner sounding bass with emphasis on the fundamentals, and a slightly sweeter sounding treble with controlled overtones. It's quite an immediate sounding guitar with a good initial attack and also decent sustain. It feels to me like the blackwood top is limiting the headroom a little bit, and that there is a volume or power ceiling on the guitar. This combined with the attack makes for a lack of dynamic range, but also for a guitar that feels somewhat flattering to play. Not much effort is needed to produce a powerful sound. Unfortunately, I felt this characteristic was not translated very well by the pickup, which is, in my opinion, a relatively uninspiring undersaddle tone. I really think a guitar that obviously has had a lot of thought put into its build and materials deserves a bit more thought put into the pickup system. If this was all Tanglewood had to offer, I'd have been tempted to leave it out altogether and allow players to choose their own system. Going back to more positive thoughts though, I loved the neck on this guitar. Although slimmer than I would normally choose, the combination of the carve and the satin nitro feels great in the hand. The setup was also excellent, with impressive fretwork and a very pleasing action. To be honest, I don't venture up to the dusty end much as a player, so I wouldn't really say I benefited from the heelless neck joint, but those players who do venture up into nosebleed territory will appreciate the extra space. At £2,199, this is not a cheap guitar, and fairly or not, I always feel it's easier for an expensive brand to produce a more budget-friendly option than it is for a more budget-friendly brand to go highbrow. Is the quality of the materials used up there with rival guitars at the same price? Yes. Is the build quality comparable? Yes. And is the tone up there too? Well, the answer is yes once more, but I think you'll have to be confident in your ability to not be swayed by factors such as resale value or brand recognition when choosing this guitar. It's always encouraging to see brands trying to push the boundaries of their business models and instruments. It shows a confidence both in themselves and in players. Tanglewood might find it difficult to break through the noise of established brands at this price point, but I think they can be confident that they've produced an instrument that belongs within the company it's aiming to keep, and I hope it is the success it deserves to be. I also hope you've enjoyed this video from Acoustic Review. Please subscribe and hit the bell icon to be kept up to date when we post new videos, and I look forward to seeing you next time.